you're just like, all right, Art, and by you, I mean Art tells himself, Art, go kill. It works out very nicely. So, this is interesting. Starting on the T side will be Furia. But that's hardly ever a limitation for this squad. Yeah, initial aggression, it's actually more patient. And perhaps you expect from Furia. The pressure's in towards ramp room. As I say that, Plopsky's getting chased. He's got to back away, and they've taken the control. They want to hunt him down in towards the lower side. There are two players here. They're well set up. It's Plopsky and ZTR, the dynamic duo from overpass. Now they've already dropped the bomb. He's calling the reinforcements. Chasing Plopsky into the rat hole. Do they expect a second player here? Never mind. Plopsky gets all the kills himself. Hampus is down elsewhere, but that may not much matter. Finally, they've cleared him out, and ZTR has fallen in the meantime, so it's actually an advantage for Furia. But Plopsky put up a good effort here. And with damage onto CeRq as well, they're very vulnerable. Bomb will need to be planted, but it's out in the open for now. And meanwhile, CeRq has just found full control upstairs. He'd like to come down. He's going to come down the vent. Actually, this is hard. He just read the icons. He's going to go ahead and get the kill. Am I crazy? He's definitely 7 on the minimap. And not 7 in the positioning on the right. All right, we'll get used to that later. Rez takes a kill. Not going to worry about that right now. There's no health remaining. 30 points between these two players. They've got 40 seconds to play with, but they're going to have to connect the shots regardless of what happens here. Boom, there goes the shot. Knock gets one the second as well, and the Opper starts out strong here on the pistol. Came back with the Fury. Furia don't seem like they're going to get it this time, though.
Well, that was on their CT side, yeah. If we go to their T side, which is obviously where they started in the first half, they won the pistol, they won the first gun round, they won the second gun round, and then it started going bad. So if we could see them come out with a similar start here on the CT side of NUKE, that would be amazing. Obviously, we said they never built up money in the previous one, so that's what they're looking to do now, and well, it's happening. NUKE gets 3 of them as they pile over main, and Hampus and ZTR want a little bit with those SMGs as well. They're like, come on, we put the money into this so that we can earn the profit. And you're not even letting us have any Hampus, or NUKE rather. That's just rude. They had gone for 4 MP9s. That's always a little bit of a risky one. Obviously, now they can keep them into this first gun round, but up against the rifles, it's not always the greatest. I think kind of 2 to 3 SMGs. Because once you go above that, there's not enough kills really to go around to make all of those SMGs make their money back and profit on top of it like you're normally looking to do. But yeah, they're keeping them. You might see something a bit more aggressive, maybe in the lobby crunch, perhaps a little bit of aggression outside. Not outside anyway, because they're not going here. It's Furia instead who are going very quick. Again, realizing that they're up against SMGs, I'd imagine, wanting to try and get that control as quickly as they can and catching the one rifle outside. NUKE is gone.
That's problematic. That's very problematic. They're going to try and wrap in towards heaven, presumably. They've got this mini control. There is a player watching up in the rafters. That's going to be ZTR. He's going to have to come back around. He's been spotted. So now they know. You know. Everybody knows the positioning. Everyone knows. He is up. Vinny gets a kill with the Krieg up close. Hampus will trade back 1. Not a lot. What can ZTR do? He gets uppercut. Vinny making that Krieg sing. And now this bomb should be planted. It's all onto Hampus. He does have an AK. There's some logic to saving it, but he's going to go and see if he can. Smoke is up. He couldn't get first off of the hut. Now it's very viable, but Vinny right below. Another uppercut shot. 3 kills in total in the round for Vinny. I got pretty.
Yeah, we had said it was the bonus round as well for NIP, so now they come out with the full effect. It's not perfect, but still, it's better in terms of the firepower than what they had in that previous round. When it comes to nades, not quite so much, especially after the initial few seconds. They get kind of pressured around A there, a little bit is thrown out, and now they're sitting with 1 smoke, 1 molly, and a few flashes, like 4 flashes. So I was gonna say that's gonna be tough to hold off with. It doesn't really matter, they're not getting much of a chance. It's gonna actually be a quick flash in for Art to beat main, and it went well initially. They got that first kill on Rez, but Hampus has been posted up from the garage with the Yogg. He snatches 2 kills, and at least leaves them now in a spot where they have this man advantage as the bomb goes down. But without a kit, it's still going to be a pretty difficult retake, and they've only got that 1 smoke and a flash now.
Look at CeRq.
Oh, look at this.
All the way around through hell. This is going to be crazy. They've got to be aware that it's possible, and there's 3 players on this side of the map, so are they watching for it? Vinny's caught a kill. CeRq gets taken down. They expected to flank down ready for it. And Vinny, oh, he's still holding from the rafters. It's Junior. The player drops down. Junior lines up the shot, and he will secure it. Clutching it out, taking the round, even retrieving the AWP to boot. Furia now tie up the scoreline, and the money is gone for the Nexa. What a hold for Vinny. Tough gun to control the spray up in the best of circumstances, and he does so much for them.
I'm envious of how he can control his mouse at the top of his mouse pad. I always just end up hitting off one of my monitors or something. It's such an awkward position to fight from, and yeah, Vinny done a fantastic job right there to carry Furia. Well, not to carry him through, but they carried him over the finish line at least, holding that one down. And well, yeah, now they've fully broken Nip. It's only going to be pistols. There's only even 2 being upgraded alongside 1 smoke, so a couple of kills at most I'm expecting here for Nip. Furia should have a clean round coming their way. And again, a fantastic opportunity building up the early momentum and confidence, which is something that's very important when you're working with a new roster, or at least a new 5th. So yeah, this is looking good. They have got full ramp control. They'll move down towards B, where there is one player, I believe, already rotating down. Yeah, that's Hampus, so it is one of the deagles as well. Let's see what he can actually get done with this. Moving in towards the window. I think it's just being smoked off. No, sorry, that's actually put down to allow the bomb to go down safely. So he's not going to be stopping that bomb plant anyway. It will be covered off by the smoke, but maybe he can catch a different... No, never mind. They're not even bothering to plant in the smoke. It was instead the block off single and decon. Unfortunately, Hampus still given vision, of course, because of that. Denies the bomb plant for a few seconds, and importantly, gives a lot of time for everyone to rotate down. I was going to say that could have been dangerous there while they were trying to even get the bomb planted if Nip just wanted to swarm out, but they decided against it. They are going to wait a moment. They wait until all 5 players are ready, and then they start moving in. I was about to say the trade looking like it was almost propped up there for the player up behind Silo, but not quite. Yeah, teammates covering off. There is just the 2 casualties being taken, and yeah, it's not too bad.
That was a very scary moment for Furia. It felt like for having that many players in the lower side, there were some serious gaps in what they were watching. Little bit of an unforced error, I would say, to leave them. And they even lose those 2 bots. Unfortunately, the remaining 3 players immediately lock it down. Art comes away with 3. So it's all fine. There wasn't that much firepower for the ninjas. If they'd had a bit more, that could have gotten dangerous fast. So Furia going to want to keep that up. Now the gun's out, but limited weapons in terms of the utility. They don't have the off tool against Junior. There's already going to be a player down vent. Desperado gained this ground. Now he's got control into what's lower. There's Brehze as well. What do they have in terms of a lower hold? Well, nothing. They've got no one in position this time around. ropz is going to be shut out by the shutters. And utility coming in means they're not really going to be able to peek. Hampus wants the aggression, but he'll catch a bullet to the face as a result. Bomb going to be planted. And this is going to be a save call. It should be a save call. I think it is certainly going to be. The ninjas, without the utility, without the kits, they cannot fancy their chances to get back into this with 5 players from Furia alive. And that is, again, just the play coming through from Furia. And ropz doesn't even get away. Art's already on the hunt. A shot upside the head means that's another rifle down. And every gun taken from them now is precious. There will be little to no money to fight into the next, and you know Art's going to be hunting. Okay, that was enough to convince him it's a bad idea. He'll back away. Furia will save what they've got. A full buy to take them through the next round. And this aggression on the T side is starting to look dangerous for NIP.
Yeah, no, incredibly so. We had seen them drop 10 rounds in a row at one point on overpass. If they get into another kind of circle like that of just buying up, losing, being forced into saves constantly like they were, and yeah, it's going to be scary. Obviously, a much worse position even here for them to be giving away so many rounds without fighting back in. Are they able to really get anything? No, just a few pistols put up around those weapons that they save. Makes sense, but it does mean very likely it's going to be Furia going up 5-2. And already having a decent foundation. Not a position they'd want to end the half on or anything here on the team side, but a decent foundation that they have so much room to build off of. Although we could see these pistols, I was going to say, causing some damage. Rez had pushed up on outside. He actually had one of the rifles as well, but ends up getting spotted above the smoke there by Art. You're not going to catch Art off guard with aggression. He's the one that normally does it himself, so he's going to be watching for it. And yeah, it's a pretty slow round so far from Furia. Makes sense. They know in this one that they don't need to force the issue, that they're not against quite the full investment. It's just whatever was saved over. They're not going to have all of the nades either, especially as the round goes on a little bit later, as long as they do put some pressure on to waste those few smokes and flashes in these early moments. So, yeah, they'll play it pretty securely. I think they do want to move back towards the upper bomb site now, potentially. ropz could be an issue.
He could be. I love this control for him. I don't think... I mean, if they come around the corner, I think he's probably a one and done. But it's just the information that he gives to his teammates. Does seem like this is going to be a hit towards A. Relatively straightforward as well at that, and that's a big kill. CTR now has to work with. Gone. It's going to be left to Hampus, but he's good with the deagle for the moment. Only the moment. Yes, he is dealt. Whoa, but the CZ strikes from Hut. Again, light being made difficult. The ops tags, but not a frag, and ropz has enough bullets in his gun to secure that. Not going to 1v2 that is very viable. The position of the players is going to be swung, but that's going to be the clear. Vinny secures it. Krieg on Og. That was way...
Yeah, as you said, Furia not going to be incredibly happy about that round being so close, but they can afford to make those few mistakes, thankfully, due to the current scoreline. So it won't stay in the back of their mind, I don't think, coming straight into this round anyway. They should be able to brush it off pretty quickly and, well, just try and get back into winning out these gun rounds as they have been so far. ZTR getting slammed down a bit. Be careful there. Firing back is always dangerous, as well as those tracers can give away your position. And yeah, it is actually going to be the A push coming through. They've heard a reload just a moment go up close on the left side, and well, ZTR actually catches the perfect timing. Or sorry, Arc does on him. Rez able to pick up a double in return, but that's it. That is all Nip are able to show us on that A defense. It is going to be Furia overrunning the bomb site and probably running away with this round. Although they are going to stick around. Nip want to give this a go. Way smoke down for ropz to peek in. He's been spotted by the offer. Can't do anything at the moment about that bomb as he hears it goes down. Okay, he actually did manage to catch one kill on hard, but now it's ropz alone. Even caught another on Yuri, but it was just the numbers were there for Furia and the trades were too. 6-2, another round for Furia. It doesn't even matter how close they're getting. They just keep on with it.
ZTR, pace is just insane. He's trying to drop another smoke, but there's no chance. They're flying through your utility to catch you off guard. It's just impossible to predict when they're going to come through. He's got such a tough task trying to lock down this squeaky door. I mean, his scoreline isn't good, but you have to sympathize with the young gun. You look at what he's dealing with, what they're just throwing into his face round after round. He's trying to get the util out. Meanwhile, he's getting shot in the head because a player just ran through the smoke that was already there. How do you predict that? How do you time that? Rez was good to even get a couple from up in the rafters, and whew, Furia right now. This pace is relentless. It is blistering. Art, again, having a field day on this map. 10-6. He wound up north of 30 on the last. He's just so good. I know it's what we expect from Furia, but it never ceases to surprise and amaze when you just see it live and in action. It's this kind of aggression, this kind of control, this kind of dominance. ropz going to get aggressive with a CZ, but this time there is a player to check him, and it is Art. This could get interesting, and he'll actually give up the ground. Yuri, meanwhile, is kill outside. They went for something. You got to do something in this round. You got very little to work with, so you're going to go aggressive outside. Doesn't work. That's fine. Initial ramp face isn't there. They're expecting an upper hit. Nice shot for Rez. He's burning. The molly doesn't spread, though, so he'll be allowed to survive.
He's tucking his toes in there to make sure he doesn't burn. But Junior, creeped up on ramp. They already have a player actually pushed through. I didn't realize because he was still watching for it. Obviously thinking there could have been a player hiding in the back. They're like, it's too quiet on ramp right now, lads. But they are going to eventually realize that they can push through and, well, do whatever they want with this now, basically. Art's actually in hell. Where's that smoke towards? Yeah, down on B. He actually might even just try and catch the rotators if he wanted from heaven. A little bit risky to move up, so yeah, he's not going to. ropz, he's actually here now watching that as well. He is just going to be a little bit of a nuisance, maybe. Okay, they actually do want to send the entire team back at this point. They're walking into a little bit of a stack. This is unfortunate. They had the correct decision initially, it seemed like, going down towards that lower half, but they want to move up. ZTR did get the open, and he's going to need more, though, to help him his team. So far, they are not getting it. It's a quick cleanup from Furia. Those four kills pretty much coming in simultaneously right there. So the hope that Nip looked to have was quickly snatched away. It's been 7 in a row now, right, for Furia, so this is just insane. They had that 10-round win streak on Overpass. They're up to 7 now in a row on the T side of NUKE, and Nip need a drastic turnaround if they want a chance of coming back into this series.
You give them an inch, they're going to take a mile. It's incredible from them. But, I mean, even in that round, right, they misread it. They misread it. They head in towards the upper stack. Everybody's there for an idea. They dismantle it. ropz going to be in towards ramp. Everybody's coming his direction. He gets some damage, but he's tagged down so low. Down to 9 points of health. If they drop him, Goomba stomp him, he might be out of here. He's lost his teammate. He's lost his life. And that is access to the lower site all but taken. Rez is here. Brehze is just a shade of presence. And they're already in towards the control room. He's upstairs. They're looking for him. Oh, he can't win this duel. Vinny zeroes it in. He'll take some damage, but that's okay. The volley forces ZTR forward, and while he will get the kill, his Nox tagged up. Nox is dead. ZTR's alone, and there's flames at his feet. Where can he even go? Player in vent will destroy him. Furia are merciless. They don't even give you a moment to breathe and try and save your gun. They're already on your heels, on your haunches. 8 in a row. 3 kills in that round. Art has 15 kills through 10 rounds.
He's just insane. He's not slowing down. He was in a similar position at this moment, I believe, on overpass as well. Maybe not quite as high, but he did end up hitting a much higher number by the half time. I think because they went down to 5-0 initially at the 10th round, he probably would have been maybe around 10 or something. But still, he was insane. He's keeping that up, and it's just way too much for NIP to handle. They don't have anyone popping off near that level. You're getting a bit from Brehze, from ZTR. We said ZTR even on this map so far struggling, so he's not delivering to the same extent. And well, it seems like you have everyone at the moment sitting at a higher level and a more comfortable one on the side of Furia. This is shocking. With what we've seen from NIP so far since adding ZTR, we thought we'd be getting more from them than this, but Furia are just way too much to handle. Look at the money as well. It's not like it's going to be an easy way for... There's an easy way, rather, for NIP to break back into this. They'll have to take a couple, maybe even 3 gun rounds in a row before they put a dent in that economy. And if they don't start doing that in the next gun round, then it won't really matter, because then you're coming towards the end of the half either way. Again, Art's able to just watch your ramp. No one actually watching it. I mean, you can understand taking these risks when you don't have the full buy to work with, but it looks like it's unfortunately going to backfire as he comes around from behind. Sets them up for what should be a very easy A-split. No, Plopsky was watching this, and he realized, obviously, they did have that opening in the defense, that hole that he slighted. And they were able to patch it up pretty quickly, but the A defense is still beginning to have trouble as this push comes through. Brehze on the CZ, if he could have got that second up close, then maybe there would have been a chance with a weapon being snatched away. But no, it will not happen. Again, a pretty clean round.
He's doing a great job, but trying to observe this kind of aggression on NUKE, whew, has work cut out for him right now. All right,
entire
so now
teams are dying
within
within seconds, so...
It's madness. It's madness. There's just 3 kills at once. All right, control outside. Not tries to go aggressive. Doesn't hit the shot. Now he's dead. That was do or die, and it was probably do and die, regardless of what happened. But he cannot connect, and so they've already got control into its secret. Hampus is thinking about holding this. There is a gap in the smoke, but they're looking for him. He's gonna flank. This might be the ticket. This is bold, but it's Furia. So you're on the flank. You better start running because they're already in the site. You missed your opportunity. It had to be immediate, and you're going to make noise in doing so. That's the power of pace. There's nothing that he can do about this. Brehze trying to hold the shutter, trying to provide Hampus an opportunity for this flank. There's the backstab. Okay, they slow down for Hampus can have impact, but he only gets 1 before Vinny comes back to the clear. We can talk about it after this round, but Vinny's been incredible. Brehze still making noise. There's the trade. Now the bomb can be planted. It'll make its way out. Plopsky's been spotted and tagged to boot. ZTR, the Fury, it's a 2v2. Make that all on the shoulders of the gun. And CeRq coming from the flank, does he expect it? He does. He has the right lead here. ZTR, not the shot, though. So close to the clutch. Your heart breaks for him, and CeRq says, welcome to the big leagues. Oh, no. I do want to highlight Vinny, though. Vinny has been incredible. He's 14-9. He does get 2 kills there. Thank you for the impact player. Perfectly timed. He's playing with the Krieg all throughout this, and he is just a solid player for them. Art has been the bare-faced aggressor, but Vinny's been the guy who's come in afterwards and cleaned up what Art is breaking. 10 rounds in a row! T-side of NUKE! This isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah, man. I don't know how they're doing this. This is one of the more one-sided games I've got to cover personally in a while anyway, and well, NIP feeling a little desperate as they're on the weaker side. They know they need to try something to make it work, and it started off horribly, but it has swung around in their favor as ZTR and NUKE both step up with some help from Plopsky. It is all on Yuri now. He knows there's still a player up close in the door, of course, and he will deal with that first man. But there's 2 more to go, but he doesn't expect them to just continue the aggression so completely unrestrained. And yeah, it is NUKE who pushes through. He had his teammate ready from ramp as well, so they were working that together at least. They likely would have been ready for the trade if it was expected. But yeah, this didn't start too well. We see Brehze and Hampus down, but it is double ZTR the focus fully taken away as the ramp push was coming in as well at the same time. And yeah, the distraction just served its purpose perfectly. And we see it. Finally, the Ninjas put a stop to Furia's 10-round win streak. That's where they were able to stop it as well on the previous map. But obviously, we didn't see them keep that up. It did end up just trading back and forth at that point on, and they can't let that happen again. It needs to be a drastic change in their performance now. Oh, Caserato was taking a bit of damage.
Side, right? When they were on the attack, they stopped the win streak, and then they managed to get something going on the defense. But they're not going to have that luxury here.
Oh. Revenge.
Anything even worse.
Caserato burned initially himself a little bit.
That's unfortunate. But hey,
returned it.
And Art's got lower already. There's no one here. They're just going to go ramp. They're going to pinch on towards Plopsky. When Plopsky dies, that's the bomb plant. That's the round lost, and Plopsky's done. There's no way he could have expected that. So this round should be over. I mean, you even see NUKE making a move, and I understand that they have to go for this. They need rounds. But this should not happen. Already controlling towards... Whoa, control room. Okay, NUKE hits a shot. NUKE might just be able to get his team an inroad into this round. This bomb's going down eventually, but they want to be careful first. They've still got a player upstairs. That's CSGO, who's coming in on the flank, coming in on the lurk. Hampus, meanwhile, pokes out from Decon, and suddenly the pace is working for NIP. Furia take just a moment to breathe, and this is working nicely. Hampus wants to peek back in, wants to peer through, and he's going to catch another. They don't know which direction to look. There's almost the trade, but Hampus slips away with 4 points of health, and that's all that he needs. An advantage now found for Furia, and they still don't have control of the bomb. Vinny is looking for these kills, looking to find something, anything, but they're ultimately going to decide to just leave, and NIP have read this. They're like, okay, they've gotten multiple kills on the site. They're going to say everyone's here. We're going to come upstairs. ZTR's in the rafters. CSGO's done. This round is over. 10 seconds. Vinny can't win it. NIP have pulled it off. So never mind. Make me eat my words here. Those are huge rounds coming in from NIP.
Yeah, beginning the recovery now. This one was good, as you said. I think Vinny's going to be a third map to come, but at the moment anyway, I would say most people still siding with Furia.
Gonna get aggressive into the silo. Does this get spotted? Rez is dropped elsewhere, but look at this. Now they're popping over. They don't read it. That's going to be problematic. Hampus has this kill. Here for NIP, and quite the recovery going on. If they can get to 5, there's a chance at the very least. Good one, but a chance. ZTR's position, though, is red. They've played that a few too many times with a few too many different players. That should be a bomb plant up towards A. Hampus trying to creep up the vents, getting a bit cheeky. Vinny's watching for it. There's a little bit too much to ask, I think. Now Plopsky and NUKE are going to have to try and fight their way back in. Furia looking to bookend a phenomenal half with just one more round win, and they're well positioned to do so. They've got the angle up under the lip of heaven. We've seen Vinny hold this multiple times before. This time it is CSGO just under. And he's going to be distracted, but CSGO still flicks back up on that shot for NUKE. Down to 3 points of health. He will not get another opportunity. Junior seals the deal. It is 11. And we're back here with the second half. Furia used a blistering pace to stun the Ninjas in the first. Now they could just seal the deal and walk away with that. But NIP, we'll see if they can rally. CSGO already starting it off. Junior gets another. Junior! Oh, this is rude. CSGO back through the smoke. There's nothing doing. ZTR 1v5. It took 2 seconds, but this round is already a disaster. This round is already out of hand for the Ninjas. How on earth can this man try and get back in? He's got no armor. He's got a Glock. He's got 5 players to find, and he's got a Furia team that's perched upon him. Oh, he's going to take the first fight, not even get out the door. Vinny has him. And Furia, they take the first pistol. They dominate. They don't even allow NIP to just delete them on entry. It was
able to get a gun round though at a reasonable time, or at least as reasonable as it could be right now. But no, obviously they're going for the force buy. You can understand if this does work, then suddenly they're in a much better position than we could have ever seen them in otherwise. But if it doesn't, then Eco then has to come in from the 14-4. And yeah, at that point, trying to come back into this is going to be a tough time. You'll need some of that nip magic from years back at this point to just show up for them. So we'll see. I was going to say a bad start as they did lose one player. Zeti are at least able to get a single trade, but then the auto shot he steps in with a bit of lobby aggression. They will just fall back off that now, I believe, wanting to keep the advantage. Oh, never mind. Yuri's also taking some fights. So suddenly a 4-on-2. It's just NUKE and Brehze. And yeah, I don't think this has gone too well for them, Mike. This should be indeed, as I said, that 14-4 lead coming. And Junior, he's impressing. I'm just loving what we're seeing from Furia. They're looking incredible across the board. It doesn't seem like this is their first series with a new player.
There's no hesitation from them. Just merciless. I mean, you know I'm such a big fan of the XM, particularly on NUKE. It's such a viable gun, such a good gun, and it's such a money maker for these anti-eco rounds. That's the thing that people I don't think properly account for in the shotgun's utility. You get $900 a pop for each kill. That is cash money in the bank for the future. A bison comes out for Art. That one's a little less defensible. Let's see where he goes with it. He's gonna get some aggression in, but the ninjas
Loads of bullets
in this round, lots of bullets, and it's great against the knows are coming through, so it's very purposely bought for this round in particular. Oh, the bison! A 4K. Art's going for the bison ace. He's not gonna get it. Compass is back by the squeaky door. Yuri will shut it down, but a 4K with a bison again. Art doesn't even let them think about getting into this round. He just erases all thoughts from their minds right off the bat, and now it's 2 rounds. All that Furia. This front is blistering. This play. He's just holding mouse 1 and flicking around. He barely even sees the player and they're dead.
Yeah, no, there was absolutely nothing that could be done there by Nip. As you said, the 4th player especially, he's already been pre-fire strafed as he's coming around the corner. So yeah, it's smooth around, good money for Art being built up. He goes straight on towards the op, and well, the first and maybe last gun round of the half coming in for Nip right now if they don't make this work. So it goes without saying, kind of, that this one is very, very crucial. Still being the shotgun and seeing the shotgun and some FAMASs retained in play, but they've gone straight towards this double op setup that was paying massive dividends for them back on overpass. And again, it starts off on a high note. It's Junior who takes that opening towards outside. You still got Arts one I was going to say that they aren't really aware of, but he pushed through lobby up on towards the roof and ends up catching a kill from behind. I think Hampus should at least be able to get straight in, but no, he's not. He's not quick enough. This is just domination from Furia, and it doesn't look like it's going to slow down. There's a little bit of an entry from Brehze towards Vinny. It does actually potentially give them access to B if they can get past R2's rotated down, and they will. There we go. Now we're seeing a bit of a recoverable situation for Nip. But NUKE, he's separated. That's the only issue. How does he join up?
That's the problem. He's got to get past this op from Junior. And Junior was actually giving the angle down towards CeRq. They don't expect it. Right? They're scared of that presence, so he's going to try and wrap in towards Mini instead, and that's what Junior's looking for. Oh, that's a disaster. Bomb now dropped. Now they have to recover. Now it's in his crosshair. A good read from Junior. They played right into his head. Brehze is going to have to do it all. This is going to require the ace clutch from the man. It's a 1v3 now. And he will take the first. Takes out Junior. An incredible effort from Brehze. Put him all the way down. He's in the flames. He'll take another before he burns. Sacrificed himself. A 4K there, but he needed one more. Case Serrato last.
Look at the case. I wasn't thinking we were going to see a more one-sided affair than what we've seen back on Overpass. Look at those odds, Mike. It's insane. Imagine if Nip somehow made this comeback happen. Maybe back in the day, Nip, as I said, when the magic was there. When these comebacks seemed like they were always a possibility, but that was a long time ago. And a lot of rosters ago too at this point. Nice shot initially from Gasserato, but Hampus there to trade out the mollies though. They might complicate things a little bit as they come forward. It didn't unfortunately clear anyone from the position on the sidewalk rather, and yeah, found the double kill alongside Junior. It's all on Blopsky. 1 health as well to actually try and get this clutch done. He's still getting kills though, and had been doing some pretty good damage, so I was a little bit afraid for them there, not gonna lie. But yes, 16-4 in the end is what we're gonna see from Furia. They take it 2-0, and well, they start their day off with a very dominant win.